I want to share a really cool story about a woman who's been on a 2 year fertility journey. Now, I did share this in very short form on my Instagram, The Art of Listening to Your Body, but I think it really deserves a place to be showcased on the podcast as well. Okay, so a 2 year fertility journey. This woman did not expect that when she wanted to get pregnant, that this would be her experience. She thought that it was going to be easy, that it would happen quickly, and she had never experienced a positive pregnancy test. And during this period of time, she decided to explore fertility acupuncture. And she was seeing a celebrity acupuncturist in California. She used to go 3 times a week and drive 1 hour each way to her appointments. And I thought, wow, this woman is so dedicated. She is taking 9 hours a week out of her schedule to dedicate to this fertility journey. And it's amazing. And I think acupuncturists are incredible and they do get great results. And this journey had led this woman into one of my courses, the release course earlier in this year, where she learned how to process her emotions and empty out her emotional cup and create space for messages and opportunities. And it was during this time she realized that she didn't really enjoy going to the acupuncturist and how she felt. And she had some intuition around this, but she's very dedicated, very committed, and she continued to go. And what I love about processing your emotions is it allows you to really tap into your intuition and your feelings and make decisions based on this. And she noticed that as she was processing her emotions, how her hormone levels were fluctuating in a positive way. Now, during this time, she made a decision to step back from the fertility acupuncture. And I remember saying to her, imagine what you could do with this 9 hours, or how you could be and how you could feel. And this woman has a lot of beautiful creative ideas in her mind, creative ideas that she's sort of put to the side for a little while. And I said, get more into the feminine, get more into the things that you desire. And she realized that the way she was approaching the fertility acupuncture appointments, that she's like, wow, I was in such a fix-it mode, and I realized my energy and my intention around it probably was a little bit off. So I really commend her for making that decision to step back. And just a matter of months later, only a few months later, she has fallen pregnant. Now, we were having conversations around what would it look like? What would it feel like for you to actually receive a positive pregnancy test? And I love her energy. She was just like, wow, I never thought of that. Like sometimes we lose sight of the vision and what that could feel like to embody the emotions, and we get caught up in the do, do, do. And so it was absolutely incredible. I find that emotional work opens up pathways for us, different avenues to help us on our health and our healing journey. But she fell pregnant. And what's even more special is that she's continued with me. She's in a very intimate group, is that she has this group to celebrate the pregnancy with. So we were one of the first to find out when she was 4 weeks pregnant. And I love that for her because I find that quite often early pregnancies don't get celebrated because of the risks and so on, which I totally understand. But the joy that was flowing out of her was just so amazing. It's like, keep it coming because we want to absorb your juju. Give from overflow. And I love it because she just said, oh, I don't care about anything else. Nothing else is a problem. Like, she gets to sit in this feeling, which is so important to actually be able to celebrate it. And I've just recently recorded a podcast on how some people really struggle to be able to celebrate. It's important to anchor in our positive experiences as well as move through our negative experiences. And so she's about 11 or 12 weeks pregnant now. She's found out it's a boy. And yeah, magic is happening. And I just get so excited because I also know, well, for me, and I've seen in other people, that pregnancy and birth is just such a beautiful feminine time. It's a time when people can really embrace transitions. And I love that she has the foundation of emotional work. I encourage that as much as possible to do emotional work before you fall pregnant, which is what she's done. And that way, your body isn't going to find emotional work so stressful whilst you're pregnant. I do think it's important that you have a level of support because you don't want to push your body too far either. And of course, I say you can't solve everything before you have your baby because sometimes when the baby comes into your world, you then have to learn to work through challenges, pain, all sorts of things in the experience. And that's what emotional work does. It creates a space. Well, the emotional work that I teach in release is the release process. You create space to receive messages from your experience. You create space to receive your opportunities and you create the capacity to handle calling in the life that you desire, like having a baby, and to be able to deal with challenges and celebrations at the same time. So, anyone who's a parent probably resonates with this. It's like, yep, the babies, the toddlers, the teenagers, the adult children, they give you the triggers, they give you the opportunities and beautiful life lessons. So I want to thank this woman for letting me celebrate her anonymously, hopefully for now. And it's just so special to be on a fertility journey with someone. And yeah, I know there's more to come. And I hope you find this inspiring. If you know of someone who's on a fertility journey, then please feel free to share this episode with them.